I'm still giggling when I have that breath, which is lovely. Aloha! Hi! How are you? I hope you're well, wherever you are. I'm just popping in with another thought, another ramble, another reflection on life. I kind of sometimes wonder why we're not all doing this, although I must say that I think we are. I'm seeing so many channels, so many people who are seeing through the facade, seeing through the illusion, delusion, and on this trail of the real reality, as I like to call it. And it is wild, and I don't know if you know it or you felt it or you had a feeling or whatever, but we've had an energy shift. Last night across the whole world. So we've had an energy shift and a energy frequency upgrade. And I think it's really good to kind of be aware, because whatever we put our focus on or lean into is what we're growing and putting more energy into. So if I could just plant a seed today that life is different, life has shifted, something's gone down, we are turning even more so and leaning even more so in a direction that actually really serves the all of us, the whole of us, the great I am that we are all a part of. And it's not just for a few people, it's for everyone. And we're meant to, like I've said before, there's not just a finite pie in life that we all have to fight over to have our bigger bits of pie, and someone wants to have all the pie and we're there fighting over crumbs. That's not the way it's meant to be. Like I've mentioned, not only are there so many pies, like we have a bakery, we have a franchise of Universal Bakeries just spitting out pies left, right, centre. There is enough if we choose to focus on the timeline where there is enough. Unfortunately, we've all been locked into this Ground Hog week loop. It just goes round and round and round, and it's got scarcity. There's a scarcity seed on there, a poverty seed, like, you know how you have on the merry-go-rounds, like the elephant and the horse, and there's a carriage. So there's a poverty ride, there's a scarcity ride, there's a dis-ease little seat in there, there's the lack of power, the lack of having stuff. But we are all collectively, as we all become aware of the real reality, stepping off that ride. And what's happening now is beautiful, because, and I didn't know, this is just popping in my head now, is the ride is slowing down enough. I just grasped it and went, really? Okay, I am getting a lot of, do I call it the downloads? I know downloads used a lot. So what I realised is happening is I'd been for quite a while now, and it's over a period of years, and then it amped up. And I have been training to connect with my higher self. So when that sort of comes in, that's my higher self giving me information and saying the ride, the merry-go-round Groundhog Week ride, which was going so fast that nobody could even see to get off, has been slowed. And I think that's why a lot of people are actually able to see more. And there's a lot of people kind of looking off the ride going, I've been on this ride for so long. I wonder what it would be like to get off. And they're going, well, okay, I can see a spot, I'm going to jump. I jumped a while ago now, and I remember at first it was a little bit overwhelming And I went, holy guacamole, where am I jumping? It's going so fast, because it was going so fast. But I just had a feeling, something in me said, you got to get off. Get off. Don't worry. Just jump. Just jump, Care. You'll be fine. And I did hang on for a while because I was in fear of the unknown for a moment, for a while, probably a long time. I'm like 51 now. And sometimes I feel like I'm behind, but I'm reminding myself every day I am exactly where I'm meant to be right now. And time is an illusion. Reality is an illusion. But if I'm to not segue too much, let me just get back to the jump. So I jumped off and I realized there was so much more to life, because as I jumped off, there was a stillness and I was able to see clearly what was around me. And then the more I stilled myself and I actually kind of jumped into myself, if that's possible, it is possible. So I went inward big time, and by going in, I expanded out and connected more with my higher self, with source energy, with angels, with ancestors. There's a spiritual team here. I've got soul people. Should I do it? Do I do it? I don't know. I can always cut this out. Okay. All right. Must I? Okay. So I know this is a timing for soul tribes coming together, and I'm aware, I'm very aware, I can feel my soul tribe, and I do have a couple like in my life now. I'm so lucky. I didn't realize how soul tribey they were, or no, I kind of always did, because it was a feeling. But there's more out there, and it's time for us all to connect and also call in our soul tribe. And every time I think of it, I get this. Let me try it. That is my call to my soul tribe. And when it first coming in, I kept thinking of Tarzan. I kept thinking of Tarzan and the jungle and the tribe and the village and the belonging and the connection. I'll listen back. I might freak myself out and just kind of, I might delete it, I might cut it out. I don't know. We'll see. I'll listen back and see how brave I am. How unafraid am I right now to just put myself out there no matter what comes out my mouth? I don't know. Like I've said, I've had this call actually for quite a few years, and I did sort of start, I think it was 2023. I called in some beautiful friends of mine, and I wanted to start talking to people about the depths of life, of the expanse of life, of the more of life, of the magic in life, of the wonder of source, of spirit, of angels, of guides, of, I was going to say ghosts, but I think a ghost is a misinterpretation, because there's no real ghost as the way we think of people being dead. And even in the hauntings, that's a misinterpretation too, though there are lost souls that do need a little assistance finding their way home. But before I segue off, because I was about to again, I started doing these videos, and they're like way down, like the list of videos, and they were quite long, some like an hour to an hour and a half. And I think there was some I actually did parts in, but then my computer blew up, and the whole idea was to just be talking and focusing on what life is really about, rather than this merry-go-round, as I've talked about, that we're all so stuck on, and stuck in this scarcity loop for some, stuck in I got to work hard for a living loop, and stuck in a cycle of status and hierarchy and power and greed within this world, and fear. That has been a big thing for us for thousands of years. Although it's over. It's over. The fear cycle is over. So we're now coming back to home, and home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Home is where love is. That unconditional love. It's not just romantic love. Like, there's so much more to love. We all innately know it. I know I've segued again, haven't I? What do I need to get back to? I need to get back to talking with people. Okay. Talking with people. So that's what I was doing, but I'm just segueing into home is where the heart is. So essentially, we're all heading back home, and that is where our soul is. So this part of us here is just like our avatar self that's here to experience and learn and expand and evolve within this game of life that we're all in. And now what I'm finding is this memory. I'm tripping over my words. I feel like something's blocking me. Go away, be gone, block. So we're not learning, we're not discovering. Everything is a remembrance, a memory of who we are and why we're here. And it is to live our greatest experience, to trial things. And I have said this previously, that we were all in the class of master fear for quite a while, because it is through the contrast that we're able to determine and discern our preferences and then turn to what we do want. Because I think essentially none of us really want to perpetuate those experiences that we don't like, but they can be very useful to determine what we do like. So from what we don't want, we turn to what we do. It's a great pivoting tool to provoke us to evoke our true wants and desires. And we're all here, every single one of us, to have our greatest experience on our highest, greatest timeline as our greatest, highest self. But we've been distracted. And I think, in a sense, that's been by design. And I do want to actually really talk about that design another time, but I'm just thinking of how to talk about it without sounding like a crazy conspiracy theorist, because I don't think in the world there's actually really any conspiracy theories. There's theories, and then there's conspiracies. I don't know about that conspiracy theory. I feel like, well, it has been a tag that's been used as a weapon and a tool to kind of keep the truth from coming to the remembrance, to the surface. But I don't want to even give it too much energy, because I realize that what I turn my focus to and my attention to, I'm growing. So I'm trying mindfully, consciously, not to do that too much with the things that I don't want. But I too use the pivot system. Let's just call it the pivot system. So when I do put my focus on it, and whether it's to explain it to someone or highlight it, bring awareness, then it's a matter of shifting straight away to, well, that's the world that has been somewhat perpetuated by our focus and attention. But I'm going over here. This is the world where everyone has the potential to live their greatest, highest timeline as their highest, greatest self. That seems to be the way I like to encapsulate it, because it's very open too, because all of us have different dreams and desires, different wants. Not all of us want gold mansions with gold rocket cars. Not all of us want to have fame and glory. Not all of us want to have billions of dollars. But it's not so much the actual money. And we could look at, say, poverty, like if you've been in that lack and scarcity, from knowing what that's like, to shift to the potential of what it is that you do want. But you have to shift your energy, because it's our energy that is creating, from this to that. But we had been in the classroom of master fear, and sometimes we can get so connected to teachers or energies that even though we don't like it, it's familiar, so we find it hard to shift and leave and move on. But the actual universal energies, I'll just call it that for now, I'm not sure if that's the right term, are making the environment and the conditions optimum right now for us to really do so, because it's time. It's just time to do it right now. Everything is divine timing. Everything is really, it's all been in a script. It's a loose script though, because time is an illusion, so it's not like there's an actual date so much. That just reminds me though, I was looking in my, I'm just going to have a look. I'll just quickly say, even though it's contradicting kind of what I said, but sometimes life is a contradiction. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and we're going to catch up. So I was looking in my little phone calendar, and we're looking at the weekend, next weekend, I think it is. And I went, oh, I've got something on the 1st. And I opened up my note, and what it said was, this is next Saturday, is it? The 1st of August. Gaia will roar, not a flash, but a resonance. The light will follow. And I had in brackets, today's date is Sunday, 3rd of August, 2025. So this was a year ago. And I vaguely remember something, but I can't remember where did this information come from. Why did I write this a year ago coming up? And then it was interesting because I'd just done a video, I think that morning even, talking about how we create in our imagination and our thoughts and our energy, and that is created first in the etheric, like lightning, and then in the reality there's a lag, just like thunder and lightning. So the physical version is like the thunder that comes a bit later in a delay. But this actual, what I wrote here is like the opposite. I'm saying the sound will come first and then the light will follow. So I have no idea. I mean, I have had stuff come in before and I've seen that happen, but it's so interesting to see this. Anyway, keep your eyes on what happens on the 1st of August. I don't know, it could be nothing. Could be nothing, but who knows? Maybe if we focus on something, but focus on something good, a sound and a light. I know there's meant to be a great flash coming. Do we get the sound first and then the flash? Like a, oh, wow. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I just had a wave of tingles come up my head, more on the left and up to the top. I love the tingles when they come in. They're just amazing. Okay, thank you. Though I've also had, for a week now, a massive build-up of energy at the bottom of my spine. So I'm going, okay, something's got to give here, and I'm thinking, is it stuck energy? Am I stuck? Am I not releasing? I'm not sure, but I feel it's very interesting around this particular time, especially coming to the Lions Gate. It's very exciting times, people. And if you heard my call, if you are my soul tribe, tell me, reach out, let me know. Are we tribe? Are we from the same family? Because I know I can feel you coming in. I can feel you from here, and I'm curious, and I'm intrigued, and I'm excited, and I'm full of wonder, and I'm going, oh my goodness, the magic is here. It's all around us. 22 on the clock. 22. Okay. So I don't really know what I said there. I hope there's something in there for you. But I'm going to go get on with my day. I'm hoping when the sun comes out again, I might go stand on my patch of grass with a cup of tea. I have a special rosemary, calendula, lavender, ginger, honey little blend going at the moment. So I had a little insight that that's what I need at the moment. So I'm rolling with it. Anyway, wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having a beautiful morning, arvo, evening. And I'm always sending much love, and I will pop back into Mars.